to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkat, and today I'm going to review the latest psychological thriller film, Don't Worry Darling. This movie is directed by Olivia Wilde, who directed Booksmart, and stars Olivia Wilde herself, with Florence, Pugh, Harry Styles, Gemma and Chris Pine. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in an experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really anticipating for this film because I love Olivia Wilde as a director. I really enjoyed Booksmart. I thought that's a great coming-of-age movie. That movie really surprised me. I wasn't expecting that movie to be good. That movie turned out great. So Olivia Wilde is going for a psychological thriller genre. I'm in, and the trailers look very interesting. Now, here's the thing. If you want to hear me talk about the behind-the-scenes drama of this film, you're not going to get that. Yes, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes drama surrounding this film, from rumors of Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine, all of that crazy shenanigans. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the film. But throughout all that drama, this movie has got very negative reviews. Some people are hating on this film. There are some people that love the film though. The audience score was pretty higher than the critics score. I feel like the critics hate this movie because of the behind the scenes drama. So I went into Don't Worry Darling with an open mind. I saw an advanced screening of this film with my fingers crossed. Now, what do I think of this movie? I gotta say, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't find this movie as bad as critics make it out to be. Is this movie a perfect movie? No, this movie does have a lot of issues. But I would say for the most part, I did have a good time with Don't Worry Darling. But it's not a great movie, and I would honestly say, I wish this movie could have been much better than it actually is. But for what we got, I enjoyed the movie. Let's talk about the things that I loved about the movie. First of all, the acting was spot on in this movie, especially the one that basically saved the movie entirely, Florence Pugh. She is fantastic in this film. I love this actress ever since Flying With My Family. The more movies she does, her performance just gets better and better. This movie, she is great in this film. You really feel for her character in this film. She's one of those characters where people just think she's completely insane. And Florence Pugh does a really great job playing this protagonist, and you really feel for Florence Pugh in the film, and you're wondering with her what is going on in this community. Also, Chris Pine surprised me in this film. He played, without spoiling it, I don't want to get too much to his character, but he plays one of the most creepiest roles that I've seen Chris Pine in. He does a really great job of playing this creepy-ass character. He builds a lot of tension to this film, and Chris Pine does such a fantastic job in this film. Gemma, Olivia Wilde, the supporting cast, all did a great job in this film. Now, you're probably wondering, what do I think of Harry Styles in this film? Now, I'm not a big One Direction fan. I remember when One Direction was out, it was like the next Justin Bieber for me, where I'm like, oh, I'm getting sick of this band. And when I heard that Harry Styles is acting in Dunkirk, I was nervous. And he was very good in Dunkirk. I was very surprised. But this is the first movie where you get to see him do more dialogue scenes. So I was still skeptical for Harry Styles. Man, he surprised me in this film. He does a fantastic job in this film. Did he stood out in this movie? I wouldn't say so. I think Florence Pugh and Chris Pine are the scene stealers. But Harry Styles surprised me in this film. He does such a great job in the film. Whenever he speaks in the film, there is some great tension with his character in the film. There is one scene where I'm just like, okay, I respect you, Harry Styles. He did such a great job in the film. And honestly, cannot wait to see him more stuff, even though I am a bit nervous to see him in the MCU. Now, one of the things I loved about Don't Worry Darling is actually the production design. I love the look of this community. I love the 1950s look to this film. It looks very mysterious in a way. I love the production design in the film. It is really well done. And same with the cinematography of this film. The cinematography is fantastic in the film. I love the camera work in this film. You can see Olivia Wilde is trying way too hard to make this movie bigger than Booksmart. And the sound design. If this movie gets a nomination for Best Sound Design, hope it gets nominated, because this is some of the best sound design that I've ever heard in a movie this year. Because seriously, the sound design and the score of this movie is so breathtaking in a way and original, and I really appreciate the sound design in the movie. It really stood out in this film. But here's the thing about Don't Worry Darling that I feel like it's going to disappoint a lot of people. This movie is pretty disappointing. I still enjoyed the movie overall. I love the whole mystery of this film, and I find the story very original, but I would say one of my biggest issues with Don't Worry Darling is the script. There are certain elements of the film where the film doesn't really explain all that much. It's one of those things where it shows, and then it doesn't tell, like, exactly too much detail. It just moves on with the plot, and I felt like the script doesn't feel too finished in a way. Like, I feel like the movie should have had a longer runtime to explain much more elements to the film. It focuses what it needs to focus on, but there are some certain elements that seem like it's very important towards the film, but it really doesn't shoehorn the details throughout it. And I would say, guys, the reveal of this movie, the third act, the whole climax of this film, was very, very rushed. It is one of those climaxes where it just happens, they go out of it, and that's it. There's no epilogue with it without spoiling it. And I felt like there's something missing towards the end of the film. And there are even certain elements of Don't Worry Darling where it keeps repeating, like something bad's gonna happen, but then it goes back to normal, then something bad's happening, then it goes back to normal. So the first couple of minutes of the film was a little bit slow to get to what is going on. But that element of the film, of Florence figuring out what is going on, is entertaining in this film. It made me enjoy the film much more. But I do wish the script of this film could have been much better than it actually is. Guys, overall, I don't find Don't Worry Darling as bad as people were making it out to be. It's not a great movie. I wouldn't say it's a good movie. It is definitely enjoyable. It's entertaining. If you want to see an entertaining movie, I think Don't Worry Darling would do that for you. I feel like my biggest issue with the film is the script. I feel like the script could have been much better than it actually is, but the acting in this movie is superb. The cinematography, the sound design especially is fantastic, and the production design. This is definitely a good atmosphere-ish movie with some good mystery. If you like simple, twisted mystery movies like Jordan Peele movies, I think Don't Worry Darling would do that for you. I just wish the script could have been much better. But all that says, I did enjoy the movie. I find this movie very entertaining, so I am going to give Don't Worry Darling a B-. So guys, that is my review for Don't Worry Darling. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate this film, or you thought it's okay? This film is very mixed bag, so let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Please make sure you follow me on social media links down below, Facebook, Twitter, Letterboxd, keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel notified for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content, and have a nice day.